You ever wish that there was a way to make sure that you never missed an important notification? Well, Awake Now is a super simple application designed to help. You just tap Set Alarm, then select whichever app that you don't want to miss notifications from. Then you can just leave it as is if you like, or you can also add keywords such as urgent or meeting, for example, so that the app only alerts you to those specific notifications. Once complete, you then just tap on Activate Alarm, and from there on out, anytime you receive a notification from that predetermined app, and with those matching keywords, the app will ring a persistent alarm until you dismiss it, which will almost guarantee that you don't miss it. All right, second up today is an application called Muviz Edge. And for the eagle-eyed viewers out there, yes, I have actually already featured this app in a past top Android apps video, and I literally never feature an app twice, but it's gotten a heap of cool updates since I last featured it, which has almost turned it into a brand new app altogether. Now, if you did miss it the first time around, Muviz Edge was originally designed to just show you these really neat music visualizer animations anytime that your phone is playing music, and it does still do that, but since then, the app has kind of transformed into a fully fledged always-on display replacement app, and it's the amazing collection of always-on display clocks that actually convinced me to feature it again. So as you can see, on top of the incredible originally designed clock styles, we've also got clocks inspired by Nothing OS. We've got this OnePlus and Oppo inspired screen time clock. And my favorites are the really well designed Pixel Experience style clocks, which even animate a little when you interact with the display. Every clock also has customizations galore, plus they also have burn-in protection as well. So I'm hoping that you'll agree that it is more than worthy of a second feature in today's episode. All right, then speaking of Pixel phones, last month you might remember that I featured the brand new Google Weather app, which thanks to the folks over at APK Mirror, you can actually sideload onto any Android phone. Well, this month I present to you the brand new Google Screenshots app, which is now also available to sideload onto any Android phone. If you haven't heard of it, this new Screenshots app was introduced with the Pixel 9 series, and it's essentially designed to organize all of your screenshots into a self-contained hub with a bunch of tools that'll help you to organize and sift through them in a super efficient manner. The only catch with this sideloaded version, much like the weather app as well, is that none of the AI features currently work. And I know this is a pretty significant bummer, but you can still use the app to organize your screenshots. You can still add notes to screenshots. And perhaps the most underrated feature of all is that you can still create reminders attached to screenshots, which I think is one of the app's best features. But then if you really want the ability to sift through not only your screenshots, but literally any photo stored on your phone using text searches, then Tidy is an open source app that does a seriously impressive job. Now, the very first time that you launch the app, it'll need to index every photo on your device, and this can take quite some time to do, but once it's complete, you'll never need to do it again, and you can then use the app to type in any description of an image that you might be looking for. So let's say this one that I prepared earlier that says boy on sand with yellow spade, and if I then tap to search, there we go. Any photos matching those keywords will show up. And yes, I know you can do a similar sort of thing with Google Photos, but it's not nearly as accurate or extensive. So for example, that exact same description shows no results in Google Photos. But then on top of that, Tidy also lets you perform image-to-image searches, which will search for visually similar images stored on your phone. And this is a really, really handy feature. Then, while we're still on the topic of apps that emulate new features from other operating systems, well, SumUp is a fantastic new app that emulates iOS 18's brand new notification summary feature. Now, keep in mind, the app does require a Google Gemini API key to work, but it provides you with a link to get one, and it took me like 5 seconds to get my own API key for free. But then once everything is set up, the app will start replacing your chat notifications with summarized versions instead. It actually works really well, although as with a lot of these new AI features, there are some instances of it getting information slightly wrong, but I love that we now have such a cool feature from iOS here on Android as well. Okay, from one AI-powered app to another, and next up is Claude. And if you're at all familiar with the AI assistant of the same name, well, this is the Android app version, and in a world filled with hundreds of chatbot-style applications these days, somehow Claude still stands out. At the time of making this video, the app gives you free access to the Claude 3.5 Sonnet AI assistant, and just like pretty much any chatbot assistant, Claude will provide you with real-time answers to pretty much anything that you can think of. And in my experience, it's just as powerful as other chatbots like ChatGPT or Google Gemini, so that's great. But then as far as I'm concerned, it's the really clean and thoughtful design of this app that makes it such a pleasant experience to use. From its pastel colorway to the fonts to the subtle yet neat animations, it just all goes together so well and looks really visually striking in my opinion. And so the fact that we get an amazing chatbot and a beautiful design, I mean, that just makes for such a nice experience. Then we have Partiful, and I've got to say, it's pretty rare to come across apps these days that are completely unique and that I've never seen at least some sort of versions of in the past, but this one, for me at least, actually fits the bill. It's essentially designed to be like an all-in-one hub for hosting and managing any sort of event. So birthday parties, pre-game drinks, group dinners, trips, whatever you can think of, this app will help you to organize it. And you can of course just create events from scratch if you like, and you can use their theme library to give your invite a unique look and add details like the location, how many spots are available, if there are any costs associated and so forth. But then I think my favorite feature is this Party Genie tool that will actually help you to generate a party theme based on the vibe that you're going for. Whichever way you go, once you've finished organizing the event, you can then share the link to whoever you want to invite. And what's amazing is that no one else needs to have the app installed to RSVP, and they'll still get reminders about the events, and you'll still be able to see everyone who's RSVP'd within the app as well. And so it truly does feel like, as far as organizing events and managing RSVPs go, this app has surely got to be the default tool to do so going forward. And then speaking of app concepts I've never seen before, Soundmap is yet another one. And if you're a music lover, then you've absolutely got to try this one out. The app kind of gamifies the whole concept of discovering new tracks to listen to, whereby you're presented with a map filled with songs in various locations, and your goal is to essentially explore the world around you and collect the songs to fill up your collection. You can then trade songs with others if you like. You can complete quests to find your favorite artist's complete discography. Plus, there's a heap of other features as well. And as I said, it's just such a unique concept of an app. Plus, they've also nailed the design as well. All right, second to last today is an app that has actually been around for a while now, but that I've only just recently stumbled upon, and it's called Popup Widget. As the name so helpfully implies, this is an app that allows you to declutter your home screen while still providing you with quick access to your favorite widgets. You just tap this plus icon here, select your widget of choice. So I'll go ahead and select this one from the Agenda app. Then you tap on it, tap OK, then tap on Add to Home Screen. And there you go. You now have a clean and simple icon on your home screen that with a single tap will launch your chosen widget. And you can even then tap and hold on the widget to resize it and reposition it on your screen however you like, and that's it. The only issue is that the app doesn't seem to let us create widgets directly from the inbuilt widget chooser at the moment, which means we have to create it within the app itself, resulting in this little watermark on the corner of each of our created widget icons. So hopefully that will be addressed in a future update. And so finally today we have Alfred. And if you're someone who wants to be able to utilize any old phones that you have lying about as essentially a security camera, well then this is a super feature packed app that will allow you to do exactly that. You just sign into the app, and from there, you can select whether the phone should act as a viewer or as a camera. So let's set this one as the camera. And with that done, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in position. Then on my second device here, it's already logged into the same account and it's set to view up automatically. And with that all done, as you can see, we now see the feed from my other phone on this device. And there's even a bunch of handy additional features like this talkback functionality. You can remotely turn on the other phone's torch, and there's even this motion alert feature that'll send you notifications whenever any motion is detected. And those are all just the free features. There's a stack more on top of those if you choose to upgrade to the premium version, so definitely an app worth checking out. And so there you have it, 10 Android apps that I reckon are pretty sweet. If you enjoyed the video, then a sub to the channel would be greatly appreciated. But that's it, thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you later.